evening walk here in the park in beautiful Minnesota. It's 4 p.m. It's like low 70s, beautiful day. Getting some extra steps in, and I thought, why don't I sit down and make a quick little update video. So getting our steps in every day. The wife is a little tired right now, so she took a little nap in the apartment, and I just decided to keep on plugging away. Day 10, I'm on day 10, and I am a solid 5 pounds down, which when I compare that to the results of like fasting or other extreme diets I've done, it's not so impressive to me. But where I have to change up my attitude is to realize you don't need these massive results to get the long-term results you're really looking for. 3 months, 6 months, and really for the rest of my life. So to be down 5 pounds in 10 days is actually, or 5 pounds in 10 days, is quite drastic weight loss if you kept that up, which I probably won't, but a lot of carnivore people do. And I haven't really restricted my calories at all. I haven't restricted the amount of the meal sizes. At first I ate just all I wanted in the first 1 or 2 days, and then you quit being hungry to eat that much. I couldn't eat 3 eggs in a pound of meat. It went down. This morning I had 1 egg, and the bacon was sliced up into small pieces, but if it was a whole piece, I'd probably have to say like 4 slices of bacon and 1 egg. And we went out to my cousin's house for lunch, and talking about like ordering food at different restaurants and trying to stay carnivore, especially at a Chinese restaurant, it's quite difficult. But I looked at the appetizer menu. She wanted to order us lunch, and I just got like some barbecue chicken, not with barbecue sauce, but like grilled chicken on a stick and grilled beef on a stick, and one of each of those, and I didn't even finish it. The appetite is just, you lose it when your blood sugar is in its normal range, and when your insulin is not spiking up and down. I'm finding that my appetite, not that I don't have an appetite, but that I get full really easy and I stay full a lot longer. And so this is just really encouraging results that are telling me that this should be able to be sustained quite easily for the long term. Reading a book right now, can't remember the name of it, Audible book. It's a carnivore Audible book. It's not even really talking about eat meat, eat meat and butter and eggs. It's not even really talking about that. It's talking about why to not eat everything else. And man, it is extremely compelling evidence. Not that fruits and vegetables are bad for you, but look at all the chemicals they spray on them. They make them bad for you. And food colorings, food dyes. This book has really opened my eyes. Everybody knows food colorings and food additives aren't good for you, but when you really dig out the scientific and medical information available on like the red dyes and the yellow and the green and the blue dyes, it's just how bad they are for your health. Just devastating to your health. I know, not bashing vegetarians. I don't think I'm right about everything. I think everybody has to travel their own journey and find the right thing for them. But I've known vegetarians that were just pure vegetarian, and they're on 6 different medications for allergies and anxiety and depression and blood pressure and cholesterol and whatever, especially like anxiety and depression and allergies. And I'm sure you can give your examples too. I'm just pointing out some things that have been real in my life that have led me to this diet, and talking about the extremity of this diet, the extreme change of that you're just going to eat meat and beef, butter, egg, bacon, and eggs. Is kind of the little key word they use to make it simple. There's so much evidence of how your allergies clear up, and even anxiety and depression clear up, and skin conditions, especially in any kind of autoimmune disorder, as far as like negative reactions in your body to different foods, and even people being allergic to being outside, like that like pollen or different histamines, and people have to be on antihistamines and allergy medication, and then find people that are on carnivore and they stop having to have the need for those things. But so anyway, just quick video, quick little live update. Day 10, 5 pounds down, getting my miles in. I've been pumping iron, not like heavy weights, but definitely more reps and more time in the gym than I had before. And I think a part of that is just due to because I have tons of energy now. Really, the first 2 days I really didn't notice any difference. Day 1 and 2. Day 3 and 4 I noticed I was tired and fatigued and couldn't work out very hard those days. I slept amazing. I've slept amazing all of the 10 days. I've slept better, way better. But I'm also off the coffee. I made a mistake and had some black coffee 2 days ago, and I can just a cup or two, and I didn't sleep well that night. And so back on the black tea and just a couple cups, 1 or 2 cups of black tea, 2-3 cups a day, and it doesn't seem to mess with my sleep at all, and it still gives me a little pump, a little energy. I'm sorry if anybody's commenting on the video. I'm like in the bright sun, and I cannot. It looks like maybe a comment was made, but I can't really tell right here. But I appreciate all the views and all the subscribers that have came in. And I'm just wanting to encourage people to give this carnivore a try. Give it a check it out. Look it up. We're gonna see some more. I named this video, 90-day carnivore results, and of course I'm only on day 10, so these are the day 10 results. But I'm gonna keep naming the videos that because we're gonna see, especially in my face, I can already see it. Only 5 pounds down, and when I got to my cousin's house this morning, she could even notice it in my face, not knowing what I was even doing, that something had changed. I know people clear up their skin conditions and resolve autoimmune disorders on carnivore, so it's like, hey, why not give it a try? I'm type 2 diabetic as of January 23rd, 2016, so it's been 8 years, and I cured it almost immediately. I cured it within the first few months of just cutting out the carbs and 0 alcohol and 0 bread, pasta, rice, stuff like that. And then I slacked off because it's like, okay, my diabetes is gone. And now I'm finally back to the point where it's like, hey, you're 52 years old. You got to take care of yourself. Being on that borderline pre-diabetic range is, yeah, the American Diabetes Association would count me as some kind of miracle situation that I handled it without no pills, no shots, no medication, no metformin, no insulin. Got my A1C cut in half from 11.2. I had it as low as 5.4. I don't know what I'm at now, which is making me think I should go take my A1C tonight, because it's probably not down too much because it's a 90-day rolling average, so I'm only 10 days in. I should take my A1C tonight, see how many tests I have. I hope I have at least 1 left at home, and I'll knock that out. I'll post a video tonight of my A1C so that we can see how low I can get it after 90 days of carnivore, because if it's a rolling average, which it is, of your blood sugar over the last 90 days, and it sounds like how would that be possible, but when you look into how the test, it's your blood cells store sugar, and some die. They're dead within 90 days, and it's a rolling average, and this test is very accurate. Even the home test one. I've taken the home test one right before I went to the hospital and went to the doctor visit and had my blood work done, and it was within 1/10 of a point the same. So it was like I got like 6.1 at home, and I got 6.2 at the doctor, something like that at the time. Which, if I had to guess, that's probably my A1C near it right now. I've had some pretty low blood sugar readings as of late. In the morning it was under 100. After meals it's under 110. And so I'm having very little blood sugar spikes on my meals. And they're getting smaller and smaller. Like I said, it's 4:20, so I'm probably going to get I'm just walk another half a mile or so and just get some more steps in and go home and maybe have some dinner in a little bit. Maybe like 6 o'clock. Be done eating by 7, and that I'm really looking to shorten that eating window up as well. Reading more about if you don't have any disorders to heal, like type 2 diabetes or autoimmune disorders, skin conditions, allergies, you can probably eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner carnivore for the rest of your life and be ultra healthy. But if you're really looking to cure some disorders like I just named, it's even going to have faster results to skip breakfast, and for me, or skip a meal and just eat in an 8-hour window. Everybody knows about intermittent fasting nowadays, but to combo that up with carnivore, people talk about like keto and intermittent fasting. Well, then you're getting them, 20, 30, 40 carbs a day in your diet, and it's still gonna work, but I think this just works better. It just takes out all the guesswork. Anything you might be allergic to that you don't know. You could be allergic to lettuce for all you know. You just have never been off of it. You never, oh, I'm always tired, and you haven't tried anything. I always have a headache. You've had chronic high blood pressure, and there's nothing otherwise wrong with you. And it's like, well, look into it. Try some things, and this is the ultimate elimination diet. Buy some ribeye steaks, some ground beef, some sticks of butter. People are like, why the butter? What do you keep bringing up butter for? Well, you have a 90% lean hamburger meat. It's way too lean, way too high of protein. So you just slap a couple tablespoons of butter on with your hamburger patty. For one, it tastes delicious if you love butter. I mean, butter tastes great to me. I don't like it plain, but like cooked with, frying a hamburger in with butter, just amazing. Some pink Himalayan sea salt and maybe some pepper. I've added a couple different spices and seasonings to my meat that some people don't do, like even onion powder and garlic powder and cayenne pepper and paprika and stuff like that. It's awesome, but you can even cut that stuff out. But I'm feeling like I can maintain this fairly easily. I'm feeling strong and energetic, and like I've trained MMA and I was a Golden Glove boxer and blah blah blah. It's no big deal. I was a paratrooper in the Army. I'm feeling that excitement and that testosterone and that fight. I'm feeling it coming back in the gym. I feel great. I still see this huge bear belly on my waist, but I look in the mirror and I'm like, man, you can do this. This is sustainable. This is easy. This is enjoyable. I don't feel like I'm restricting myself from, and I'll use Dairy Queen Blizzard because I've used it so many times in the past, because they are delicious and I love them and I could eat one every day. I don't feel like I'm skipping it because my body is so supplied with everything that it needs that it's boiled down to just a head game. And when I come to the head game of, do you want a Blizzard today? Yeah, maybe there's a want. There's a faint desire of a psychological desire, but there's no physical need for any type of calorie like that coming into my body, which, by the way, there's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate. You can be born, live to be 100 and die and never eat any carbs and be totally healthy. There's only essential amino acids and essential fatty acids. Protein breaks down to amino acids, fat breaks down into lipolysis, it breaks down to fatty acids, your omega-6, omega-3, everybody knows about that. That's why you want to get your healthy fats. I've ate some salmon, that's super healthy. I don't dig on organ meat, but I may mix in a little bit of liver just to really pump up the vitamins and the nutrition inside organ meat. It's more popular in other countries, and here we just don't do it. But it is something that I'm considering. I'm not a big fan of it, but I've had liver before, and I think if I mix it in, especially chop it up and mix it in with like some ground beef and just fry it as a burger, I think it would be maybe almost unnoticeable, and the vitamin boost would be there. So I hope these videos and tips can help some people out, or at least explore what the carnivore diet might be. And I think as the results come pouring in over the next, I'm saying 90 days. I got 80 days to go. But really, it's just, I'm giving it a minimum of 90 days to tell myself, no matter what, don't quit before 90 days. And then determine if you want to continue with carnivore, or if I want to start adding in. And I'm not saying I would add in that Dairy Queen Blizzard right away, but I, maybe add in nuts or berries or vegetable, whatever, other healthy food options. I'm like avocados for one. You can find something wrong. If you Google why don't eat something, you're gonna find reasons to not eat everything. Like people that think meat is so bad for you, well, because they've done studies out there, and these studies have shown that especially men having a higher consumption of red meat have had a higher instances of heart disease and heart attacks and strokes. But you do like some peer-reviewed studies where they study the studies, and what do they call those when they take all the research and then they do research on it? There's a name for that. And they've shown how they really did not include enough information. Like, for example, people that eat more red meat usually eat more of everything. They're not counting that people that ate only red meat. They didn't do a study on that. You do studies on that, Google that, look up YouTube videos. Look up a YouTube video of 13-year carnivore, and there's this woman that has just cured everything. I should put a link to her. She's on other people's podcasts and stuff, and YouTube channels, and just cured, lost 100 pounds, cured every physical ailment, high blood pressure, and anxiety and depression, skin conditions, and boils, and she was in her 20s and just morbidly obese, out of shape, and now she's in her 40s and just in wonderful shape. She almost looks too skinny, and she's just pure carnivore, 13 years, only meat. So you got proof right there. There's another woman called Beef and Butter, something like that. She's the one that she'll just eat a stick of butter and eats her beef, and she's an Asian woman, and she was pure vegan or vegetarian or one of those two before she went carnivore, and she had tons of health issues being vegetarian, and went carnivore, and all better, so like I said, I don't think I'm right about everything. I don't think anybody's right about everything, right? Find something that's going to work for you, and for me, man, this is working out, and I hope it can work out for other people. So I just want to give a praise to Almighty God for giving me the opportunity to live this life. I made it to 52 years old so far, and hopefully make it another 52 years. Wonderful wife in my life, wonderful job, wonderful friends and family, and just enjoying all of God's gifts, and not indulging in these toxic behaviors, toxic food. Get off of don't watch the news ever. Do some breathing exercise. Matter of fact, as soon as I turn this off here in a minute, I'm gonna do some box breathing and just relax and enjoy God's creation. So guys, Jesus loves you, I love you, and I'll catch you guys in the next carnivore challenge video.